Ah, here he is. Is this Siffin? Siffin? Away the Lamborghini. Where's the Lambo?
That's at the house.
Alright, you going to leave me hanging or what?
How are you?
There you go, mate. So, where's the Lambo?
Oh, that's at the house. That's only my weekend car.
Oh,
so
is it? Smart.
That's a day to day, you
Is he
know.
parking it up, yeah?
Just chuck them at him.
Yeah, go on. Mate, the King's here. I'm not on about you, I'm on about me. Right, Finn, well, I'm not sat in your place, I'm sat in Donica Ryan's place. As I look at your picture, big smile on your face. Mate, you look like you're loving it.
It's awesome over here. I love it. It's different, but it's good. It's probably the right changes that I needed from a rugby in life. It's a great club and a great place to be. So yeah.
Kisses? Did you kiss anyone? You know what I mean? So when we had this thing where at Montpellier, right?
Yeah, so a lot of boys do that. A lot of boys who've gone through the academy here, they all kind of kiss each other, they give the two cheek kind of stuff. And obviously all the girls, you do it to pretty much. I don't think there's any players yet that I do it with. Only been here 6 months, so give it time.
Great. Did you expect it to be as kind of seamless as it seems? From the outside looking at you playing over here?
Yeah, I thought I was going to enjoy it, but I thought it might have been a bit tougher almost to kind of, I don't know how, and I don't know how I mean tougher, but I thought it would have been slightly different, but it was so easy. I think with the boys, like, they're really good with the foreigners, because you hear about French guys who, if you don't speak French, they don't take to you, they stick in their own circles or whatever, but everyone here, like, all the players have been great for kind of welcoming me, like Zeebs or, you know, Big Dom as well, all the non-French speaking players, so that's been really easy for me. And the setup you've got as well, it's like everything gets taken care of here, so I don't have to worry about anything. Just go out on the Saturday and play pretty much.
Folks, mate, this is so much easier.
Really?
Yeah. What than playing?
Sometimes I do say that after.
Maybe not for you, mate.
What? Football's the way forward.
Exactly, mate.
Yeah, so boot room here, no boots past the door.
You're all right going in your boots in there, though, aren't you?
I won't be. Well, nah. Got to stick by the rules, you know.
It's feeling alright to go in there. He's like Dan Carter. He's some horror stories, but you know, you mentioned obviously off the field and the training facility is something like I've never seen in my life. And when it comes to rugby, it's almost like a football, NFL, NBA style setup here. But you know, spoke about you smiling there for your picture. But when you watch you play as well, you seem so happy and comfortable on the biggest stage. Like, you know, has it been beneficial for your game? Would you say you're playing better than ever here?
Yeah, I think it has. It's been good for me. Like you say, the facility, everything they've got here is like a level up from whatever I've seen and been in, so that helps so much. But I think the way we play and just the way that the culture is at the club, it's very relaxed at the right times. You know, once you're off the training field and you're just at lunch or when you come in the morning, everything's pretty fun and very relaxed. It's only intense when it needs to be intense. Apart from that, it's just do what you want, and you know, we get a couple hours off at lunch, and you know, you can go back home, have a sleep, play PlayStation or whatever you want. So I think for me it works really well that when we're on for the hour and a half training, or you've got a half an hour meeting or gym or whatever it is, you get in there, you get it done, but then you know when you're away from that you can do whatever you want. So yeah, so Zeeb's, his dad and his mum and dad lived in Paris for a few years as well, I think, 4 years maybe. So he said, like, when I was chatting to him before we came over, he was saying, oh yeah, I'll be in the same French classes and stuff, and I was thinking, alright, cool, maybe. And then I get over and he obviously understands everything pretty much within a month. So he had a bit of a head start.
Massively.
Yeah. But even for me, we did it at school, so I've got a head start in the boys from like Australia or New Zealand or whatever, because they've not done anything at school at all. What? So.
Do you want me to carry the balls?
No, that's alright.
Oh, thank you.
You gotta stay humble, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, it's starting to rain now, I don't kick in the wet, sorry. But yeah, so like the little bit I did at school, or like, you do it for like what, 8 years at school, but you never really think you're going to need it. And then
the money comes calling. They kind of give you free range just to kind of do what you want, or do you have to work within a structure?
I think a lot of teams now, they've got a similar structure with the forwards and backs and where they're all positioned, but I don't know, I think they're happy that we play direct, but we can chuck it about at the same time, and like some of the players we've got, they can create like something from nothing, so it makes it easy for me knowing that if I get in trouble, I can give it to the next guy and he can create something, and I imagine him himself will think if he gets in trouble, he can give it to the next guy and someone will be able to create something or usually get out of a bad situation. You know, there has been times like when I've done almost stupid or silly things, and a couple of times against Perpignan, I threw the interception behind my own line. But again, I think it's just, I know there's going to be consequences, but it's kind of just, I think here I've got kind of confidence in myself, and that if I do something wrong, it's my fault. It's not, it's not. I don't know. It's funny. I think I've got the belief and the confidence, and from the coaches that I can try whatever I want, and if it doesn't come off, that as long as there's the right reason behind it, that they won't be too hard on me, so they're not kind of compressing me into like caging me up as a player. They do whatever you see, but kind of make sure it comes off if you're trying it, sort of thing. But I know I know the consequences if it doesn't come off. So it's just that's how I've always played. So it's good for me to have the back of the coaches and the players doing all that.
Definitely. Can you grab his stuff? Sorry. Hold on. It's Finn's fault. But do you feel pressure with the superstar players that will get shaking the head off the boys?
I don't see any pressure like with coming here and Dan Carter being here than Johnny Sexton before that. I'm not here to compare myself to them. I'm just here to kind of play rugby and enjoy it and do my thing. So I don't see any pressure there. Or, folk can compare us if they want, but I'm not really comparing what the club achieves when I'm here or what the club achieved when Dan or Johnny was here. For me, or like any English speaking boys, I'll go English obviously, but then...
Well, that's what I mean, when you speak to Zebo and celebrate, you can hear obviously the English.
Nah, I don't. He does celebrates on his own, so he's a footballer. So I try and speak in French from on the pitch because you're almost comfortable on the pitch. You're a bit more confident, I suppose. Some guys I speak more French to than others. I tend to speak to the coaches in French because it's between my English and their French, we can basically get whatever we need out of the conversation, which is good.
Both the Laurents?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And all the meetings are in French, then Anto class and he translates, but because you know what they're talking about, you can kind of understand what they're saying when they've got the picture on the screen,
Yeah.
You kind of just guess what's happening. Were you in America and Canada when I got first capped?
That's where I broke my leg against the USA, and then we went to
Canada after.
Canada, yeah, so that was Was that your
first cap? Yeah, that would have been what, 4.5 years ago.
Hell of a night out.
I know.
Texas.
Houston, yeah. Oh yeah, we went for steak during the week. Yeah. I remember against Canada, I tried a grubber from my own 22, and then Stroker got he got his neck hurt.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And I remember after it, his name Kelly Brown came over and had a go at me because I was only my second cap about you can't do this, you can't do that, and I was just like, chill out, bro, it's alright.
That was because me and Kelly played in an era where basically we just wanted to keep it up front in the scrum and the line out because our backs were absolutely awful.
Even before a game, I usually just come out cold, just kick a few balls, then go in.
Easy.
With the I'll kick with the headphones on before.
Yeah, I see that.
And then I'll go back in, take the headphones off, and come out and kick properly. But nah, I'm still young, so I can get away without warming up properly.
Eyes closed, easy. The process then of what's going through your mind here.
Don't miss.
I know it's different.
Don't miss.
Yeah, I know it's different when you're training.
Yeah, and I tend to I'll still go through the same routine, so I'll set the ball up the same every time. I'll make sure it's lined up right, and then I'll pick a point in the post where I want to aim for. So different conditions, you aim different areas. When it's hailstones like this,
hailstoning. Of course, we're in Paris.
I take my usual 5 steps back from the ball. Ball falls over as usual.
Yeah.
Jim, you going to hold it? Or?
Yeah, do you want me to hold it? Tell me one of these.
You're just setting up for yourself. So 5 steps back, usual kind of place.
Yeah.
Find my spot in the ball, see the bit I'm going to kick to again. Kind of visualise the ball going through the post and then find the spot in the ball again.
Let's go back to the Six Nations last year where the Wales game obviously didn't start very well for the team collectively. And a lot of people questioning you because you're the 10, you're pulling the strings, and the team weren't going that well. And then against England, backs against the wall, the performance obviously speaks for itself, the scoreline, but that pass that you put in under probably the most pressure I've seen a fly half for Scotland in many years because the expectation was so high. Firstly, what was going through your mind? And secondly, is that the best pass you've ever thrown? Is there going to be a better one?
I guess against England for a Scotsman, it's always like a big game. It's probably the biggest game of the year for us. Going against them, trying to get one over them, and again, it's a high stake game for us. If we win, then it means so much to us when we beat them. Generally it's just England beat Scotland by 30 points, or the year before that it was about 50 points or something they ran past us. So. I don't know, it's good. I find that I get a lot more focus for these big games. I'll get a lot more I just do my thing. I don't worry about, like, in that game. There's a guy, Eric, that used to work with us at Scotland. I spoke to him maybe the day before the game. He's a psychologist. I don't know if you met him.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. A French guy, and he was saying just be selfish, play for yourself tomorrow. And I kind of went to the game thinking I'm just going to do what I want to do and not care about anything, and just it worked.
So when you released that pass, what went through your mind? Were you thinking, oh shit, or did you know as soon as you'd thrown it with Hugh Jones running?
Yeah, I knew the space was there. There's a few other options that you could have gone with, but I knew the space was there. And I guess it's kind of, like I said, kind of I back myself, and you then find out if you can hit these passes or you can hit these kicks or whatever it is. So I didn't even think about what I was going to do. I just automatically just threw it. I just threw it, and that was it. When was the last time Scotland won over here? It was like 10 years ago or something.
Say again?
When was the last time Scotland won over here?
I don't know. You tell me.
I mean,
you would have been in nappies probably.
I'm sure it's like 15 or 12 years ago, something like that, if not more.
Is it?
It was ages ago. Cause remember 2 years ago when we came over, they were talking about that. But we'll see what happens. Hopefully it's dry, not like this.
It's 3 out of 3, mate. Why is Greg kicking all the goals then, and you're not?
Oh,
is it not doing on?
I think he's always done it. He's since I've been in the team, he's always kicked the goals. So. Would
you do them more from range or not?
Nah, probably Hoggy from range. He's got a bigger boot. So me and Greg, we won't be too dissimilar, like distance-wise. I'm pretty chilled. It doesn't bother me if he kicks or I kick or whatever. So he's good at it, and that's what he's always done. So I'm not going to come in and try and change that or take it over from him. So he's the captain. I've got to let him do it. So.
Fucking hell! What about the rain?
I know, it's shocking. It's freezing.
Scotland going to be coming over to Paris. A big game. The gap between Scotland and France seems to be a lot shorter now than it was over the years. Give you a bit more confidence being in this system, the psyche of the players?
I don't know, I've got a slight insight to kind of the French mindset, I suppose, and how they play and how they think going into the games, which will help. You know, we've got myself and Greek who are playing over here, so we've got a little bit of an understanding of French lifestyle and rugby a little bit. The 4 times we've played them, maybe the last couple of times we've beat them at home, but every time they've beaten us over here, so a good challenge for us coming over here again in the third game to try and win. But I'm looking forward to it. I'm having a bit of laugh with a few of the boys here about when we play against them, because there's 2 back rows, or I don't know if Bernie will be second row or back row, but I'm already telling him I'm going to give him the inside out and I'll leave him for dead, so we'll see what happens. He's trying to say he's going to get me, but I don't believe it.
Right, we've not missed one. Look, I'm going to have one kick, size 15s. There we go.
You're set up backwards.
Say again. Go on, you put it on for me.
I'm just trying to think where you're best gonna, how you're gonna get the best strike, pointing it backwards. Get the
I'm a lefty spot as well.
Yeah. Oh. There we are.
Yeah, just slipped off. Off there.
If you had studs on, you'd have been right.
Let me try one more. You put it on for me.
Sit up a little bit higher, like, you know.
All I'm thinking now as I'm about to kick is, if I get this and we win the game, tell the night out that.
Yeah. That sometimes is the thought.
Yeah, I closed my eyes on that one.
See, the night out's not happening. It's easy.
That's a good kick, eh?
Yeah.
When it mattered.
Look at that. A little bit of advice.
I must have slipped.
Oh, your right leg?
Yeah. Coaching masterclass.
That's it.
This is going out to the millions, mate. So you've taught me how to kick. The kids are going to see it.
If I can teach you how to kick, I can teach anyone how to kick.
True. When you see yourself in 2 or 3 years' time, is your ambition to travel around a little bit? Is it, the British and Irish Lions, obviously the back of the tour before where you got called up late and arguably should have been there from the start. Do you have ambition? Do you think that far in front, or is it just all about kind of being in the moment?
I'm not really thinking too far ahead. I've got another 2.5 years here. So if I start thinking after this contract, oh, will I go here or will I go there, then I think for me, if I start worrying about what's going to happen after, then I might not play as well rugby. So then the contracts that I'm looking for in 2 or 3 years might not be there. But the speed rugby's moving at as well. If I was thinking, oh, I'm going to stay in France for the next 10 years, then a massive league might start in, the Japanese league's massive, there might be one in America. There could be, you don't know what's going to happen in 2, 3, 4 years. It's hard to predict almost. They said about the Lions, it's what 2.5 years away. So that's still a while away. So I'll be finishing this contract in the next Lions tour is. But again, that's a long way ahead. I didn't really think about the last one until the year building up to it. Well, I don't think you should get picked on who you are for the Lions or where you're from or whatever. It should just be who has the best season or who's on form at the time.
That's awesome. Cheers, mate.
Yeah. Easy.
Yeah, easy. So basically, Finn's off to Japan, and then he's off to America.
Japan for a few years, then I'll finish up in America. I live the life there like Cuss.